If you found a great property for sale, but the house was burned down, would you buy it? I'm guessing the answer is no, or at least I hope it is. Yet, in the world of note investing, this kind of thing can happen if you ignore essential risk mitigation strategies. I'm Susan Elliott with Flow State Investing, and in this video, I'm going to teach you our top 3 strategies for mitigating risk when we put our money in non-performing notes. Ready? Let's jump in. We all want to mitigate risk when we're investing. We do our due diligence, whether that's getting to know a trusted financial planner so that they can help you pick your stock portfolio, or if it's researching job and population statistics in the town that you're looking to buy rental properties. In note investing, or the paper side of the real estate investing world, risk can be mitigated in multiple ways, especially in non-performing notes. I'm going to talk about the 3 biggest ways we mitigate risk so that our money can work harder and we can see higher returns on the backside. Because if my money is working harder, that probably means I don't have to. First, let's quick define what is a note if you're new to this channel. The note is the paper side of real estate. Essentially, the note is the loan or the promise to pay. The note is made up of a contract or that stipulates the terms, the interest rate, the schedule of those payments that the borrower is agreeing to make, and the mortgage or deed of trust, which attaches that promise to physical property, to the collateral of that investment. In this way, a note is a secured investment that has the house as collateral for the paper, which is a cash flowing asset, actually. We love notes. We love talking about it. Check out our What is Note Investing and How It Works video if you want to learn more about this. Right now, let's talk about risk mitigation. The first way we mitigate risk is by performing extensive due diligence before we even make an offer on the note. This involves following 3 lines of evidence. We've got to figure out if the property is a certain value. We do this by having local boots on the ground, getting people to give us current market assessments, and giving us comps for the area. We do this with local experts, but we also do it on our own through researching. We get our eyes on the property as it sits right now. We want to know the value of the house without any improvements, no after repair value right now. The second line of evidence is doing what we can to learn more about the borrower. Our preferred exit strategy is having borrowers who are not making payments, so a note that is non-performing, to start making payments and get that note to be re-performing. It's like flipping paper. Think about it, instead of fix and flip houses, you're fixing and flipping paper here. Because that's our strategy, we want to know a little bit more about the borrower. Is this someone who has a track record of trying to make payments, or maybe they've just stopped making payments for years and years and years? Is there anything else with legal and ethical means that we can discover about that borrower that would lead us to believe that they might be willing to try to work with us to renegotiate payments and get back on track? The third line of evidence that we do in this extensive due diligence process to mitigate risk is to understand what the paper trail looks like. We want to see the history of recordings in this title. We want to see all kinds of things about the history so that someone else in the backstory of this property is not also going to claim that they own it, claim any liens that they have on it. We want to be sure that the whole title history is clean, and if not, that we can clear it up with minimal cost to ourselves. The second way we mitigate risk is by purchasing the asset with a significant equity cushion right out of the gate. This means that once we understand the value of that property, the value of the asset or the collateral, we don't pay more than a certain percentage for that note, especially if it's non-performing. We might only pay 50, 60, 70 cents on the dollar for the value of that house. So right out of the gate, we're coming out of this deal with an equity cushion to start with, to mitigate our risk. We love note investing because there's many different exit strategies that can occur. We go for reperforming the note, taking it from non-performing to reperforming, But by having that built-in equity cushion, there's a number of other strategies that can also work that will give us our minimum threshold for returns. In other words, we sort of plan for the worst by increasing our equity cushion, and we're pretty excited when we get the best. The third and final way we mitigate risk here at Flow State Investing is by investing in a skilled and licensed team to help us process and manage these notes. For instance, we bring on a licensed debt collector or a servicer who has the legal framework to be able to speak with the borrower and renegotiate terms. While some note investors decide that they want to do this on their own and they reach out to their borrowers and personally communicate with them, we prefer to have a licensed team do this that is able to keep track of all of those communications, that is able to do more research and more due diligence, and confirm our due diligence in the process. This is just one example of one of the team members we use to mitigate risk and have more eyes on the deal to begin with. Those are the 3 ways we mitigate risk here at Flow State Investing and are just kind of a tip of the iceberg. If you'd like to learn more, please apply to join our Flow State Investors Circle. We'll schedule a call right away to learn more about your investing goals and any questions you might have about note investing. That way we'll start to be able to see if a note partnership might be right for you. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. And leave any comments below if you have questions about the process of note investing or real estate investing in general. Thanks for your time. I'm Susan Elliott with Flow State Investing. Have an awesome day.